ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. In this video, let us examine the statement, a very famous statement, old habits die hard. See, habits are formed at different periods of our life, and a habit once formed is ingrained in our biology and also in psychology. So we continue to live with those old habits in spite of the new openings available in the world. For example, a man is accustomed to go anywhere only by walk in the olden days, when there was no transport facilities like two-wheeler, three-wheeler or four-wheeler, etc. So, because no facility was available, he used to walk to reach to another village and so on and so forth. Now, with the inventions of a two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, flights, trains, etc., if an old man says that he wants to travel only by walk, is it possible for him to reach so many places? So it is like this in every sphere of life. So all old habits are nothing but mechanical. See, and we go on living mechanically and unconsciously without giving any thought for any kind of creativity in life, without giving any thought for a change according to times in life. So the habits are there in the biological sphere and also in psychological sphere. So Gurji, he is a famous Russian saint. He used to say that man is nothing but his old habits. He is mechanical. His life is purely mechanical. He also said, man do not have any soul. So we wonder at his statement, because we are born in an atmosphere where we are told that our soul is eternal and immortal. So, in such a case, and we believe that statement that the soul is eternal and immortal, because why we believe? Because it is comfortable, we feel good, and it gives a solace that soul is eternal and we are immortal. So we need not do anything. We are satisfied and that's with that statement, and so we believe it to the maximum extent without any further thought. The point here is the man, the human being, has got a potential, and there is a possibility to know that you are the soul, you are eternal, and you are immortal. But people who come to know, like Buddha, like Mahavira, and so many other enlightened souls, yes, they have put their efforts in that direction and realized their eternity and infinity. But those who are in the boundaries of the mind and body, they could not realize that eternity, that immortality of the soul. So, the habits can be overcome. The habits you can overcome them with consciousness. Consciousness is the key. It is like this. Suppose a vehicle, a four-wheeler, is going on an uphill. So, when it goes downhill, no power is required, no energy is required. Simply it can come down, it can go down. But even though the engine is off, it can go down. But whereas if it has to go uphill, then power is required. Unless power is there, it cannot go uphill. So, when going down, the gravitational pull works. So it is easy to go down, but if the vehicle has to go to the uphill, then gas, petrol, diesel, whatever it is, that energy is required, that power is required to go uphill. So, in the case of man, that power is consciousness. So, consciousness is the key of is the ignition key. So, unless you are conscious, unless you dive into yourself through meditation, meditation is the way. Meditation is transformation. It results in transformation of your inner self. When you begin your journey, your inner journey towards that eternity, towards that infinity of which you are unconscious and asleep, you continue to live unconsciously in old habits by repeating the same things, by doing the same things till you leave the body. So, Buddha, Jesus, Lord Mahavira, and so many enlightened souls, and not only those who departed and left the body, but there are innumerable number of living masters. They are invisible, but they are there to the seekers, those who want to experience something beyond physicality. So, the death, what is the death? Death is your old habits, your old patterns. So, when you dive into yourself, when awareness starts happening, when that awareness results in insights of the unknown, then you start living spontaneously. You discard, you overcome all your old habits and patterns of living. Then a fresh breeze enters into your being. An inner light starts blooming. It shows the way to your inner journey. So, death means it is not a physical death, biological death. In biological death, you don't leave your old habits and old patterns anymore. You carry them to your next birth or life. So, it continues unless you attempt right now in this life, they continue to accompany you, they continue to dominate you, they continue to dictate you in your lives continuously. So, if you want to break the chain of continuation of the old habits, you have to make an attempt in this life and realize your connectivity to the source of creation. You see, Ravana, you know Ramayana, Ravana, the demon king, was killed by Lord Rama. But please notice one essential part of that epic. In the end, when Ravana was killed by Lord Rama, before his death, Ravana felt grateful to Lord Rama. He never pointed out Rama for killing him. Rather, he realized, Ravana realized that he has committed a sin by taking his consort with him when he was not there, and for all the ill intentions he had, he received that holy punishment from Lord Rama, and he deserved it. And he thanked and expressed his gratitude to Lord Rama. Similarly, Lord Krishna has killed so many demons who have approached him to kill him. But those demons who were killed by Krishna, Lord Krishna, realized at the last point of their death that they deserved that death, and they are thankful for Lord Krishna for having killed them and liberated them from that demonic life. So, the point here is, when you realize that your old habits and old patterns are not the way of living, and you have to discard them in this life only before embracing that lost journey. Then you will not carry these old habits anymore. That has to be done only in this life. How is it possible to do in such a way? Coming into contact with a master. When you come into contact with a live master who has realized his self, who is already enlightened, can show the way. If you are a sincere seeker. So, the company and the presence of a master is very essential, and in his holy presence, when you surrender yourself wholeheartedly with honesty, humbleness, and quest for liberation, then and then only in his association something starts happening in your being without your knowing. His holy presence has got such power. His holy teachings have that effect, that penetrate into your whole being, even without your knowledge. That is the power of the presence of the Master. That is the power of being in the presence of such a master. That is the power of being in the presence of that divinity in meditation. Meditation is a contemplation. Contemplation on the cosmos. Contemplation on the source of your creation. Thank you.